You're listening to the RMTV Podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the RMTV Podcast, episode 25. Jordy, how you going, big fella?
Not too foul, mate. Yourself?
Yeah, nah, pretty good. Good weekend.
A solid weekend.
Solid weekend. Solid upset. We'll touch on it.
What an upset.
A few good games. I thought there was a few poo slingers on Sunday, but that's just, that's what happens. But yeah, we'll dive into the weekend that was. Bit of dribble of the week, and then we'll look ahead to round 25, mate.
Sounds good.
So, kick things off. Penrith, they lost 18-22 against Melbourne, and I think we all tipped Penrith, didn't we?
Yeah, look, we all tipped Penrith, but you and I were actually having this discussion last week of imagine what we would be, because we were joking about the tie, imagine what it would be, $13 to be tied at full time. Damn, I wish I threw $100 on that. That would have been good.
Yeah.
Should have done it. Should have just done it.
I mean, we had a very good feeling it was going to be close, and look, it certainly was close. Cleary could have won it for Penrith, 19-18. That was pretty controversial. So pretty much, I mean, everyone's probably seen it, but Moses Leota, he was standing pretty much in front of Cleary. Harry Grant's running towards Cleary to stop the field goal, and he's just seen Moses and just gone bang, did the old dive. But then again, I guess they're the rules of the game.
But everyone's focusing on Grant's dive. Penrith done two things wrong in that play. Melbourne done one thing wrong. Moses Leota shouldn't have been standing there. He was standing there as a blocker. And I know Cleary came out after the game and was like, no, it was because of a line break. If you watch back the clip, you see the blue shirt trainer yelling at Cleary field goal. You then see Cleary pointing at Moses to stand there. So Cleary set him as a blocker, and it may have been extremely minute, but Leota did move at that last second when Harry went around. Harry threw the hand out, 100% took a dive. No, that was a Logie performance.
Yeah.
But they both screwed up as much as each other. So I'm sorry, Cleary. Sucks to be you. And if I remember correctly, round one last year,
It's a while back.
Going back a while, we know I keep my receipts. Similar thing, not a field goal, just an in-play kick. But
Against
Cleary,
Brisbane?
no, Melbourne and Penrith.
Oh, round one,
But Cleary actually ran at Josh King and then fell over and flopped. Ran at him and flopped just to get a penalty. So don't be throwing shit out if you're not that as clean as you think, Cleary. So just, mate, get back in your hole, deal with it. Your forward fucked up. Hey, Gary Grant just done a better acting performance.
Yeah, and I think the next day on the Today Show, Danica Mason said, there was a few Logies around the newsroom he could have got. But
I love that, though. That was such good banter.
Yeah, no, it was good banter, that. And then the next game over in NZ, Warriors 14, Dragons 10. And I tell you what, if the Saints didn't get 3 HIAs, Saints would have won. And we both tipped Saints.
Well, to be honest, there's still a lot of clarity around the obstruction rule. I went back and watched the play a few times. I think the Dragons got robbed.
Yeah, I mean,
or at least it should have been 10-10 still.
I think the win was in their hands.
Yeah, the 3 HIAs, man. To lose 3 forwards. But how about the NRL, right? Everyone knows the rules. 2 HIAs, 2 Cat 1s, and then you activate your 18th man. The ground manager there for the NRL apparently took 15 to 20 minutes to say to the Dragons, you're allowed to activate, because they've got to wait for permission, obviously. But I get it was Tyrell Sloan, but surely that could have meant, Sloan onto the wing to centre to back row to middle. That puts an extra person on their bench, and they're playing with 2 people, not 1.
Yeah. No, they were hard done by, but Warriors just scraped home, and they're still sitting in the top 4.
That Penrith loss helped them, but they got there. But see how they go this week. That'll be an interesting one.
And then our Chookies, 32 to the Chihuahuas, or the Bulldogs. But
yeah, you like that one?
12. Yeah, no, it was a good one. Yeah, wow. We both tipped Chooks. I think Lukey tipped Dogs.
Luke was the only one that tipped Dogs, thankfully.
Yeah, and but I know Chooks are going well, but I don't know we're going to go this well.
Yeah, no, I'm with you, man. Honestly, I was expecting a 24-20 game like last time. I was hoping we'd get up. But to be honest, and you look at that 12, really it should have only been 6. Savala threw that intercept. Burton raced away, credit to him. He went hard and made it.
And then their first try to start things off. But
beyond that first try, though, they never looked like scoring.
Very
disjointed
attack. Obviously, lots of chops and changes. Marnie came in the the last 15 or so.
I
But
feel like when Marnie came on, though, they actually had a bit more go forward. Like
grunt
Marnie
to him.
It got a bit grubby. It got a bit doggies grubby, and I think there's especially one person, Max King.
On Toops.
Well, yeah, that. Oh, no, on Billy Smith. I think it was Billy Smith. There was a shoulder charge to the head.
Yeah, no, I think that was Tupo. And then Billy Smith ran in and then
That's
pushed,
right, yeah.
like Josh Curran, I think.
I think Grant Atkins done a good job. But you're telling me that Billy Smith deserved a talking to about potentially being put in the bin for coming in. You've just had, I think it was almost back-to-back plays or like back-to-back sets where a guy has copped his shoulder fair square in the bloody head and no one's put in the bin. Like, what do you like? If that was Victor Radley, do you reckon he would have been put in the bin straight away?
Depends on the ref, but potentially, yeah.
I love Max King. I think he's one of the better forwards in the game, but I do not know how he escaped without at least a fine at minimum for that, because that was dead set shoulder to the head.
A bit jaw dropping, and I think Spence would have been on the bench licking his lips. He would have loved to have been out there,
mate. Spence would love if he could get away with those every week.
But no, I thought the Chooks defense stood out for me. Like they just crunching tackles. One on Connor Tracy absolutely got crunched.
Oh, was that the one where Spencer picked him up and just drove him?
I thought the boys on Nafua White, another cracker game. He scored 2.
Double, Toops with a hat trick. Yeah. Now 4th all time.
No, that was good from Toops. He's such a humble bloke, isn't he, Toops?
Did you see the video of like after the game where they're all like cheering and he's just sitting there like really awkward and like he doesn't even cheer when he scores tries. It's like but if someone else scores a try, first one in to hype him up. Yeah, no, it's it was good, and I think it really shows where the Dogs are at now. They've got a very hard run home. They go Melbourne into Penrith into Cronulla. So they're all 3 hard games. There's no doubt about it. Yeah, Cronulla's probably the easiest of those 3. So it's going to be a big test for them to see if they can, 1, hold on to the top 4, but 2, just hold on.
Yeah, we'll see what happens there. But anything else out of that game, mate? Oh, just a great night. I think we did a bit of roaming with the mic after the game.
It was a brilliant night. You done your roaming. Honestly, it was nice to get a bit of payback for earlier in the year because there was a lot of shit talking out there that was going on, and it was nice to see some humility. It was a good crowd. It was a good crowd. 31-4 or 31-399.
Yeah.
So congratulations. You know, the only team to get over 30,000. Technically, there was a team that thought they got 21,000, but I'll still bullshit that.
Didn't look like 21,000,
but we'll talk about that when we get to that one. And there's a reason why they probably did get 21,000. But anyway, mate, overall, it was just an all-round
good night
performance. And how about Sam Walker, right? 6 games. How many try assists do you reckon he has?
9.
14.
Wow.
Right? How many try assists do you think the leading player in the NRL has coming into this round? Now, I'll give you a hint. It's actually Scott Drinkwater leading in try assists. How many do you reckon he had at the completion?
In total all season?
Yeah.
21?
He's at 20.
20.
In 6 games, Walker's got 14. And then you look at he probably could have had 1 or 2 more, but the way the NRL do their stats on it. So imagine he comes out and wins gets the most try assists for a year playing like 9 games.
Yeah. No, he's a freakish player. I love him, and I think I heard a lot of people post-match saying, Sammy Walker's playing all year, we're in the top 4.
Hey, if Sammy Walker's playing all year, we're winning a minor premiership, I reckon.
And that's the thing, you look back, at us Chooks fans, we're looking back at it now thinking, should have beat Canberra at Allianz that day.
Should have beat Canberra, should have beat West.
We beat Dogs.
Should have beat Dogs first time as well.
Could have beat Melbourne.
Could have beat Melbourne, yeah.
And then And then Warriors.
The Wars game we lost just over there. The Titans game we lost 30-16, but we were leading for 60 minutes.
I think a few teams there, if we can sneak into the 8, they won't want to play us come finals if we're keeping this form going forward.
Tyrone Wishart was actually on Matty Johns, and he actually said, he goes like, you know that at the end of the year the Roosters are going to go on a run. So if you're playing them in that last sort of 5-6 weeks, you know it's going to be a challenge. But if they get into it, like, all right, last year we got outmatched by Penrith straight up. Yeah. Like, just no qualms about it. They destroyed us from the get-go. That round 2 game against Manly, we absolutely fucking flogged them.
Yeah,
went down to Melbourne, and that game was extremely tight for 60 minutes.
And just blew out.
You know, we lost Lindsay Collins on the first tackle of the game. That hurt. But overall, like, you know, like a lot of people look at the end score, but mate, we can ruffle some feathers, no pun intended, come finals. I reckon we will.
All right, let's look at Cronulla, 54 to Titans 22. So this officially means the Titans cannot win the comp, Jordan.
Yeah, so the only team who cannot mathematically win the comp. And I think this one's almost sealed the spoon for them as well, to be honest. Sadly.
Big statement game from Cronulla. They had it was a Saturday game. They had a field day, didn't they?
Yes and no. Like, yeah, they had a field day, but if you're Fitzy, you're going, 54 points. 54
they let a few
points
in at the end,
nice. That 22 you would not be happy with. Like, you look at the Roosters game and you go, that 12 against one of the better attacking teams. Like, that's good. Against a team running last who has one of the worst, probably has, I think, the second worst points differential, to give up, theoretically 5 tries, I wouldn't be happy with that if I'm Fitzy, because if that's a Melbourne or a Roosters or the way they're playing at the moment, or a Penrith or, that you may score 54, but they're going to score 60 on you.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Tino went off. I think he had a nasty head clash. Who hit him? Their centre for Cronulla.
Sifa Talakai.
Yeah,
just
mate. He
absolutely
steamrolled him. But yeah, no, I think Cronulla slowly building a few wins on the board. But yeah, a bigger test when they're versus a top 8 team, and obviously fix up that D. You're probably right. Fitzy was probably thinking, we won by 54, but letting a few late ones.
Yeah, and I mean, to be fair, at one point it was 12-10. Like Titans got 2 early ones as well, so it should be a concern.
Mate, you want to talk about entertaining game? Up at Suncorp.
I thought you were going to say talk about no defense.
Broncos 38, Dolphins 28, and I think Lukey was at this game.
Lukey was up there drinking, sinking a few.
Wow. Walshy had a good game.
Mate, Walshy done what the Broncos needed him to do, which, I'm very sceptical on Walsh a lot of the time, but he didn't overdo it. He done his job.
Yeah.
And when he does his job, mate, that's how simple it is.
And I think the halves were Benny Hunt and
Billy Walters.
Yeah, so that paid off for him. But I think for us Chooks fans, I think it was either Dolphins had to flog Bronx or Bronx just had to win.
Yeah, so Bronx to win or Dolphins 13+. That was what we needed. And to be fair, for a long time they were just trading points. Like they were going 2 for 2, try for try. It was 20 all at one point, 22 all at one point. And then I sort of I turned it off because I was just out, and quickly looked back at the score and was like, oh, thank you, Brisbane. Thank you for finally doing something useful.
Where do you think the Dolphins are at? Obviously, we know they can score points, but the defense hasn't been. Yeah, I think I heard Katoa post-match saying, look, we know where we're at. We're in attack, but it's the defense we've got to lock up.
It's actually kind of funny because you're seeing a lot of Finns fans and just a lot of the media come out and go, oh, but they're missing all these people from their forward pack. And I'm like, I get that, and I appreciate that, but they were defending really well at the beginning of the year with those players out already anyway. So it's not like they've just the only real player they've lost recently is Felice Kafusi, and that was suspension. He's back, I think, next week. All year they've been playing with pretty much the exact same forward pack and defending well. So you can't use that as an excuse now. I just don't think they've got the stamina to finish the year off. I think that is purely their issue, and their hope is that they will score more than you because they know they can't defend it.
Well, yeah, that's I think when you look at the ladder and the points diff, I think as a Chooks fan, we hope that we can flog Para so we can really buffer up that points.
Well, they're on 109 at the moment. We're on 92, and they have Manly this weekend, which could be a big game because if Manly win. Finns are pretty much done as well.
All right, the next one. Second game at Allianz. This was a crowd of 21,000, and it was allegedly, yeah. Souths 20 to Parramatta 16, and I tipped Bunny South. I just had a feeling they'd get up, but I thought Para had their chances. But credit to Munro. Put a shot on Adokar, saved the game. So
yeah, put a shot on him. Didn't mind the little grub up once he was already over the line. Get on top of him a bit.
And I think they're good mates as well. So
yeah, they would be as well. Like the way he went over him, I was like, yeah. There's a bit more to that. They've been shit talking this week.
Yeah. What would you take out of it?
Look, Para blew some pretty good chances. I mean, Jason Rowell said it in the post match. Was like, I think someone asked him about, are you worried about the form? And he turned around and goes, oh well. How about you come to the review session with me on Monday and help me out with it? And the reporter was like, "Oh, can if you want." It was disappointing from Para. Credit to South for being able to get up it, but if you are a South Sydney fan, my biggest question to you is, are you demanding that Jai Gray plays fullback all year now? Like, fuck Latrell from fullback. He can no longer play fullback. We said this earlier this year. Jai Gray should be their fullback. And again, Jai Gray saved their ass multiple times.
What about that tackle he did just in front of the post? Clipped, I think one of the power backs, but still.
But that's a match-winning try saver.
No, I agree. I was
Gray has to play one for them.
He has to. And I think if you just have Latrell playing centre like what he did at the Chooks, they'll be a better side for it come next year, because this year's obviously a write-off for him. But now they're going to stay clear of the spoon.
Yeah. But also, I want to point out the fact that they were making this brag that they were going to sell out Allianz and be better than us. First things first, I don't think they got 21,000 there. I've been to Allianz when we've got 15 there, and it looked more packed than what they had on Saturday. Yeah. So I think there was a bit of fudging on the number ticker there.
Could have been. But turnstile, just spin it.
Yeah, but and this is one that a lot of people won't realise. When you're the home team, so Souths were the home team, right?
Yeah.
When you buy a season membership, and you know this, Preston, because we obviously have season tickets for the Chooks, that gets you access to home games and home games only. Well, what South decided to do this year was, or maybe Para done it, I'm not sure who done it, but South have to approve it, is made it a free ticketed game for Para fans as well. So if you had a Para season membership, you had free tickets to go to this game, or it was part of your membership. So between the two clubs having paid for these tickets through their membership, they still only got 21. It's a bit of a piss poor fucking effort, to be honest.
Yeah, and I had a few Paramates which went because they had free tickets, and I thought, okay, that's. I mean, if they handed free tickets out for the Chooks game, it would have been 40,000.
Mate, if we'd done $10 tickets like the Doggies have been doing at a call, we would have packed it. It would have been 45. We would have got more than the Suncorp game.
But like, considering all three games were Sydney teams, I mean, the worst crowd of them all was yesterday on Tigers Manly. It's a beautiful sunny day, and I think they would have got that looked about 10K or something.
I think they finished at like 16.
At 16, fair enough.
So like, it wasn't bad, but I think like Tigers and Manly, like everyone knows, Manly fans don't travel unless they don't live in the northern.
Well, let's jump into it. So Tigers, they won 26, Manly 12, and decent hit out from Tigers. They were just playing some, I guess, ad-lib attack but
also simple.
Yeah,
like
simple.
Nothing over the top, stupid. It was just simple, effective, but solid. Yeah,
Dewey had a good game. Tiny May had a good game, I thought.
Tiny May.
Yeah. And I think Manly, I was watching it with my Manly mate, and I think he admitted that they just played shit. Like, DC, I think he looked up when they were even down by only 6, and he just looked distraught. He was like, I think they knew their finals chances were gone after this, officially.
I kind of feel for DCE to an extent. Like, there was a couple of times where, like...
He was trying. He was trying to
make
he
was working his ass off. And there was one... He gave Ben Travojevic a bit of a spray. And you could tell that Ben missed his assignment. He was too far up. So he's going to throw a cutout ball to the winger.
And he touched it?
It's hit Ben and gone out. And you could see DCE just look at Ben and give him a spray. Like, you were not meant to be there, bro. Like, know your assignment. So I kind of feel for DCE a bit because, obviously... Whether he comes to the Roosters next year or not, everyone knows that's his last year for Manly, and he brings up his 350th game this weekend for them as well, which is a massive fucking honour. Like, that is major.
That's a huge thing, and it just, I don't know how it sits with me. You have a guy who's playing his 350th, right, and then he'll probably play, 20-ish games for the Chooks. It's like, maybe just retire, go off.
Well, not even that point of view. Like, you would like to think Manly would get up for him, and like that. There's two people that have played 350 games for one club, him and Cam Smith.
Yeah.
I'd have to fact check, but off the top of my head, they're the only two I can think of.
Yeah, I think that's
maybe Beaver Menzies was in there somewhere. Actually, no, Beaver Menzies wasn't. No, he wasn't even close. So, like, it doesn't sit right, the extra 20. At least Cooper Cronk was 2 years at the Chook, so it wasn't too bad. Like, he played, nearly 40-odd games.
2 rings as well. So
two rings as well, so he made it worthwhile, but... Manly just seem checked out at the moment, and I don't know, maybe that's a sign of Seabold.
Well, I was just about to throw that question to you. Obviously, some clubs go through coaches like, it's no tomorrow, but do they keep Siebes?
Well, It's funny that you asked me this because I put this in our group chat Saturday night. I got home and I didn't want to go to bed and I just threw some of the ESL on the Super League because I don't mind watching it every now and then. And I was watching Castleford and Leeds. So, you know, Brad Arthur's over there. Matt Duffy was playing in the game. Dijon Arcee was playing. There's a few ex-NRL guys. And Castleford are on the look for a new head coach and they were talking about, they didn't say exactly what, but they're like, that we've pretty much narrowed down our head coach, but because of the time difference, it might be a bit tough. We've got to try and negotiate terms and all that, which means obviously they're coming after an Aussie. So it made me think, like, has someone like Siebes or a Toddy Payton been given the tap on the shoulder, or Adam O'Brien and gone, hey, you're done after this year, start looking for other opportunities?
Potentially.
Because I don't think Siebes is the right person to get out of that team. I think, especially if you believe a lot of the rumours and... You know, the NRL and rumours, it's like you take it with a grain of salt. But the players don't seem to like him.
Yeah,
it seems a lot's coming from internal.
Seems a bit disjointed.
Yeah.
I find. Between the captain and then obviously him, the coach. I don't know, something fishy.
Something not right there.
You know, they'll have to fix it up on the peninsula, mate. So.
Yeah, well, you know, go to the Stein Hotel, have a couple of Steins and you'll be right.
Oh, mate, you want to talk about the Northern Beaches? I saw yesterday a plane crash at Monavale Golf Course.
What? I didn't see that.
Yeah, this light, small little planes just dropped down, bang. Like, it was, I think, obviously the engine was turned off and it just went... No, I think no one died, but...
But was it a hole-in-one?
Mate, potentially. We might have to go find out. But, and then the last game to wrap things up, Cowboys 38 to Newcastle 4.
What a poo slinger of a game.
Ooh,
an absolute poo slinger.
I was at the local watching this and I said, oh, mate, let's get the fuck out of here. This is
it was just boring.
Diabolical. It was so boring. It was just like...
I watched 60 minutes of it.
Yeah, it was probably honestly, 60 minutes.
I would rather watch 3 episodes of 60 Minutes, the news show, than that game ever again. Like, the only exciting thing out of this game was purely discussion around the obstruction call with Jake Arthur and whether he, just went on and tackled the player if he was actually in obstruction. Beyond that, it was could have been, like, an early nomination for shittest of the year.
Yeah. I could be wrong here. We might have to fact check this, but my mate said poor Jakey Arthur never won a game in the Manly colours. And that?
No, because he didn't play much. He only played like
a couple.
3 or 4 games. So I think it's good though. He's up there with Matt Arthur. So, the brothers are up there in Newey together.
It just makes you wonder. It's like, I just thought, BA, Brad Arthur, go to Newey. But now he's signed a 1 year with Leeds. And I thought maybe that's where Adam O'Brien could have went over to Castleford. But now it's all a bit,
It'd be interesting. It could be, it could be one of those lesser-known assistant coaches that's going for the shot. So, hey, maybe Christian Wolf's just going to call it quits on the Dolphins and go back over there. Who knows?
Maybe.
The RMTV podcast is brought to you by FDS Eyewear. FDS Eyewear is your one-stop shop for quality, affordable eyewear. With the latest lens technology and weekly eye testing services, FDS Eyewear provides competitive rates over the larger optical retailers. Visit their store at Wentworthville Plaza, just a short drive from Parramatta.
All right, and the round 7 NRLW. And happily can say I got 6 from 6 this round.
Yeah, bloody Raiders ruined my perfect round.
Yeah, so Sharkies 12 just pipped the Titans.
Solid game. The Titans are still without Jamie Chapman, they're missing a lot, and it's hurting them a bit.
And another powerhouse performance from the Broncos, 38. Forward Para, 4. One on the board, but...
To be honest, if you're playing the Chooks, the Broncos, or the Knights, you're not expecting to score a lot of points. So, Broncos just... Honestly, they're in second gear, I reckon. I don't think they even turned it into third.
Yeah, and in NZ, the Wars lost 16 to Raiders 20. And
Raiders finally got themselves off the bottom?
But I tell you what, there was one moment in the game where...
is that
this chick got absolutely flipped on her head.
Yeah, is it Manakosh Gray? I think it was. And, the spear tackle.
That was just careless, if I've ever seen it.
2 send-offs in that game as well. And not even simping, send-offs.
That was a bit in that one, but yeah, credit to the Raiders, held on by 4. And
even the Tigers done it as well.
The Tigers' first win of the season for him, 16-12 over the Saints.
Everyone's won a game now. The NRLW is equal.
So that's good for them. And Chooks 30-14 over
Solid
Newcastle.
win.
Yeah, they keep ticking the wins over. Who's going to stop them?
Well, put it this way. Jazzy Strange, I think for the third time this year, scored the first try of the game. Playing back row when she's been a winger all her life and a bit of centre. And honestly, mate, every week it seems to be the same thing. She just hits that hole, scores, and then the team goes on a run from that. Yeah. So bloody good effort. And then 3 players hit their 50th NRL game this year. How good's that? So Ali Brigginshaw,
yep,
Izzy Kelly, and Keely Davis. So Ali's done it all for the Broncos. Izzy's done it all for the Chooks, I believe, or she might have played a season for the Dragons. I can't remember.
I think she did play.
Keely did play for the Dragons before she came over, same because she was with Jess Surgis. So, I mean, 50 games in the NRL, like I'd have to look at it, but I reckon they've only played something like 60 games all up, if that, since 2018. So. Mate, it's
the maths checks out.
It's kind of like their 300 club at the moment. So, especially when you're only playing like 6 to 10 games.
Probably
in a year.
Like their 100th game or something. 200th game. But no, credit to them. And then the Cowgirls, the Cowboys, or whatever you want to call them. 20. It should be Cowgirls.
I just reckon that is a massive missed opportunity from the Cowboys.
Because they're not boys.
Yeah, call them. Have the Cowboys Cowgirls.
Yeah. Anyway, they won 22 over
the Chihuahuas.
The Dogs.
The Dogs,
yes. 6. I went blank there for a sec.
I threw it in there when I was writing this out because I was like, I just want to see if I'm going to muck with him on air.
I mean, 2 big wins from the North Queensland outfits.
Hasn't been a lot to celebrate up in North Queensland, so I reckon they would have appreciated that for the day. So good on them. At least they've got something to brag about up there.
All right, dribble of the week now. So big old Payne Haas, the Broncos, has declared his allegiance to Samoa.
If you're a betting man, Samoa to win the next World Cup. 26 World Cup next year here in, I believe it's going to be Australia, New Zealand.
That'll be good.
Haas, Samoa will win the World Cup. I think it'll be Samoa, Australia in the final again, and Australia will get done 30-12.
Ooh, that's a very early call from you, Jordy. But
if the Samoan team, the only weakness I can see in the Samoan team is in their halves, right? Their forwards, their backs, everything. Like, you think about who they could have playing for them. Like, there was talks of Roger Tuivasa-Sheck being their 14.
Yeah.
So if they're at full strength, they will be the team to beat. But their only let down, I think, will be their halves. Because Luai will play 6, which that's fine. Who plays 7 for them? A lot of people are saying Harris Tavita.
Potentially, yeah.
That's probably what they're missing. They're missing a good 7 to break the game down. Katoa's Tonga.
Oh, Tonga. There you go. Well, he can't play for Samoa then, can he?
Exactly. So I just think there could be a massive upset coming for that.
And Wayne Bennett. So he's blasted the NRL for not letting NRL coaches coach the Kangaroos squad. Thoughts on this?
Yeah. So interesting one that I wanted to get your thoughts on is, like, him and Volandis have had a bit of a back and forth. Volandis, obviously the rule for the ARL is, because it's a full-time role. And if you think about it, right, let's say theoretically, and I'm going to ask you a who would you rather in a minute, and it's going to base off this. But I understand it. Because it's such a big role in terms of selecting a team and all that, like, why would you put the extra pressure on an NRL coach when we have so many guys who aren't even NRL coaches at the moment, like your Cam Smiths, your Brad Fittlers, even your Joey Johns, your Matty Johns? Like, not that they want to do it, but we've got some amazing brains, because coaching at that level is different.
Yeah, it's a different type of coaching, your origins and your international level compared to your clubland. I don't know, throw it to me, mate. I don't.
Because obviously the players are going to be picked. So I've actually gone in and I've looked at a random position. And I've looked at these 2 players. So player A this year, so for the NRL season this year. 6 tries, 9 try assists, 83 tackle breaks, 10 line breaks, average run meters of 226, and 3,396 total run meters in 15 games. All right, so that's player A.
Yep.
Player B, 9 tries, 16 try assists, 145 tackle breaks, 18 line breaks, average run meters of 198, and 4,172 total run meters. So obviously it's a back because of those total run meters. But who would you prefer?
The second one.
Yeah.
And that's
So tell me why Dylan Edwards got picked in fucking Origin and more likely will be picked for the Aussie team over Tedesco.
I had a feeling at first. I'm thinking, what are you talking about? You're talking about Samoa players? And then I'm like, hold on. It's an Edwards versus Teddy comparison. Isn't it?
Yeah, but I've done another player, right? Now, I'm not going to tell you games because, there is a bit of a differential in the amount of games these two people have played. But player 1, 4 tries, 59 goals, kicking at 88.1%, which is solid. 16 forced dropouts, 12 try assists, 11 line break assists, average run of 98, total run meters of 1,667. Now, that's 17 games for that person, right? The next player, player B, hasn't scored a try yet this year, has kicked 32 goals at 97.7. They've missed 1 goal. Four forced dropouts, 14 try assists, 3 line break assists, 50 average run meters and total run meters of 305 this year.
Can I guess the comparison?
Yeah.
Hughes versus Walker.
No. Cleary versus Walker.
Oh.
Now,
I got the second one, right?
Let's be fair. A lot of people reckon Cleary will be the Australia halfback, right?
Yeah.
Those numbers tell me he shouldn't be playing Origin halfback, let alone Australia halfback. That's just,
and I don't mind it. I think they're going to go off how they played, I guess, for the Roos last year. But no, I do like
But my whole point behind that is, right, let's say theoretically they pick an NRL coach to coach the Aussie side.
But yeah, just to chip in quickly, I think one day Sam Walker will be in the green and gold.
Oh, mate, Sam Walker will, if he keeps this momentum up into next year, I reckon he could be playing 7 next year and did not lose his spot. Or play 14. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I just think this is the reason why I'm calling for Nathan Cleary's head in Origin, right? Origin isn't about structured football.
No, never.
Origin is about broken down, make shit out of nothing, fluke it, pull it out of your ass.
Just look at Joey 05.
Joey 05, mate. Look at what people like Slater have done this year. Munster does. You look at the impact they have. Cleary plays too structured football. Yeah. Right? Apart from probably the 23 grand final where he went away and that's what won them the grand final.
I think he had no choice.
He had no choice. Yeah. But he always tries to play structured football. And what he does in the 10th minute, he tries to do in the 75th minute. This is why Moses was successful up at Suncorp. He can play unstructured footy. Walker plays such unstructured footy. As long as you have one person in that team to kick the ball long. So, let's say Latrell, right? Let's say Latrell's in the team. You say to Latrell, if we need to boot a ball from our 30, that's on you. Yeah. Walker, once we're over the halfway line, it's all on you from there.
Yeah.
That's all you have. You need to have one big boot in that team. And could you imagine Walker and Munster, what they would do to a New South Wales squad?
Oh, God.
I'm a Blues fan through and through, but I'm throwing money on Queensland and whitewashers if they're playing.
Mate, when will the Queensland success end? But, coaches for the Kangaroos.
Well, let's say theoretically, Ivan Cleary coaches, right?
Yeah.
And goes, I'll pick Dylan Edwards and I'll pick Nathan. I don't care what anyone says. There's always going to be a bit of bias there.
Yeah, a little bit. It's just same goes if Robbo was coaching.
Yeah, exactly. If Robbo's coaching, he's picking Teddy. I just think that by having someone out, it's a different thing because then you're
out of clubland.
Yeah, there's no bias on decisions. You're basing it purely off the performances you see, the stats you see written down. There can be no excuse then.
Well, I mean, it's irrelevant now. Kevin Walters, he's the coach of the Kangaroos, and I saw he said he could potentially pick Cam Murray. He just needs to see 40 minutes out of him. What was your thoughts on that?
I don't mind that to an extent. Now, reason being is, you know what you're going to get out of Cam Murray, and I think if we look at the lock position this year, Isaiah Yeo definitely doesn't have the standing that he used to, and he's possibly injured. Murray, if he is fit, you know what you're going to get out of him. Other than that, who from the lock position, who's really stood out to represent Australia?
Yeah, I mean,
there's not a lot out there.
Jakey Drojovic,
unless you pick a Jakey, but even he hasn't played that well this year because he's had a lot of injuries, been off. No one's really stood out, and I think that's why you might see a Cam Murray get it, because it's one of those, hey, I know you've got the talent to do it, so you can do it, but one thing I did like is he did say that Tedesco, he's not afraid to put Tedesco in over Edwards.
I don't mind that.
But I'll be very curious to see if he actually has the balls to do it, because, if I was Teddy, one more run in the Aussie jersey and then go, all right, boys, I'm done.
Yeah, no, that'd be lovely to see, and I'm looking forward to that. The Ashes, it's back.
It's been 25 years since we've had a proper Ashes series.
So and
So
I think
good.
they'll be pretty much sold out crowds. I think they're playing at Wembley, and then they're playing at I think
it's
in
Wembley, Headingley, and Leeds.
I think there might be one in Liverpool though. I'm pretty sure from memory.
But
that'll
actually,
be good.
Have you heard about the latest player to throw his hand up for England?
Yes, that came out today. So Billy Smith. Didn't know he had a bit of English in him.
Yeah, no, on his dad's side, I think it is.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
a bit like Victor, he's got it from his dad. Interesting.
so I think
He'll
he'll
be
get
playing.
picked.
He'll be playing.
So that would just strengthen England's chances as well. I think it'll be a good series.
I was looking at their potential 1-17. The only player that wasn't confirmed was Ethan Strange because obviously he could go either way. Jazzy's talked about going either way for potentially putting a hand up for England. But mate, I'll be honest, that could be a very dangerous team come the World Cup next year as well.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be cracking. I think that'll be obviously post GF. I think November.
Yeah, November. So get ready for the either very late night or very early morning for those ones. I'll
How good would it have been if we went over to England? Imagine that.
RMTV on tour.
Oh, that would be that would be nice. It'd be a bit chilly over there that time of the year, but
I reckon
regardless.
bit of crowdfunding from the fans. We'll go to England. We'll represent RMTV for the Ashes tour.
No, that would be.
I'll get shot because I think my anniversary is around that time. So
Ooh.
I'll bring the missus along. We'll go to
Yeah.
England for a couple. Yeah, done. That's how I've sold trying to, potentially if we go to Brisbane or New Zealand week 1 of the finals.
Just give her a surprise. Say, look, just take this off. We're going away somewhere for the week.
Oh, mate, I got a boss's number. I'll just call the boss and say, hey, she's not going to be there from this time to this time. Okay, done.
Little surprise, and then you say you're at the airport at the international. And, what the fuck? We're going to England,
Oh, yeah, but by the way, there's 3 footy games I'm going to while we're over here.
and a lot of pub touring,
And a lot of pub tours. We're going to spend a lot of time with Presto and Logie and Benny.
Oh, maybe 1 year.
The RMTV podcast is brought to you by The Legal Problem Solver. The team brings over 25 years of experience in wills, probate, estates, conveyancing, property and commercial law. Connect with The Legal Problem Solver on LinkedIn, Facebook and Instagram.
All right, let's look ahead at round 25. So 3 rounds left. The season
So close.
is almost wrapping up, and to kick things off, Souths $2.15 against the Dragons, $1.70. What are you thinking, mate?
I want to go Dargans. I just think, genuinely, the way they've played is impressive. It'll be interesting to see who they have that can play, especially in the middle. That's going to be their biggest issue. But I would say you're going to be bringing up some young guys to debut. And, mate, when you bring young guys to debut, especially this late in the season, they want to prove a point. So
Yeah.
I'm going Dargans just. But
Just?
South will put up a good fight, I reckon.
Yeah. I think after the year the Souths have had, I reckon they're going to go for a hat-trick of wins. I'm going to tip the Souths.
Hopefully it's
just,
their last win of the year as well.
yes, because I think they go by then
Bye than us.
Chookies.
Imagine getting a bye before they play us.
Ooh.
Talk about the NRL bloody looking after you, hey.
Yeah, and then we come off Melbourne, so that will be
We come off Melbourne on a Friday night to South Friday night.
7-day turnaround.
Yeah, at least we get the 7-day, thankfully.
And then Penrith $1.60.
How good is this Friday night setup?
This is
You've literally got 2 verse 5. 1 verse 5 and 2 verse 3. How good is that as a run?
Yeah, no, this is I've penciled down this Friday night for a while now, and this will really see. This is really going to be, the games where the teams are at. Penrith $1.63, Canberra $2.30. I think this is out at Mudgee somewhere.
Yeah, it's out at Mudgee.
And I really want to tip Canberra because I just don't want to tip Penrith.
We'll put it this way, right?
Penrith really want to prove a point after just losing against Melbourne.
Penrith will want to prove a point. Raiders are still trying to shake that they're going to choke tag, right? If Canberra win this game, there can be no excuses about them not being a legitimate threat to win a premiership this year.
Yeah.
And I'm backing Canberra to win. If they win this, they are a legitimate top money threat to win the premiership this year, even over Melbourne or Penrith or the Dogs or anyone else in the 8.
I like it. I'm going to tip Canberra 1-12. Yourself?
I'm going Canberra 1-12.
All right, the next one, Melbourne. In Melbourne, $1.43 to the Dogs, $2.86. And
Melbourne.
yeah.
It sounds mean, but if the doggy, with the way the doggies attack is at the moment, the way they're going, the only thing that's saving them right now is that kicking game of Burton. But even that, at some point, just becomes non-effective.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, Melbourne. We spoke to a few Dogs fans post match, and they're like, "Yeah, no, I'm still confident we'll beat Melbourne." And I think Luke is going down for that one, and a few of the other lads. But the way I think, I want Storm to flog them. I'm going to go Storm. I'm actually going to
put it this way, right?
I'm going to Storm 13+.
If Canterbury pick the same team, Xavier Coates hat-trick, Melbourne 13+.
Well, there we go. And Serrato said in the presser, he wants to pick players out of there to win. So a bit of a statement, I guess.
A bit of an interesting comment, though, that, people couldn't train properly because of niggles and all that. Like, that's very normal this time of year where, guys are, held back a bit because they've got niggling injuries and stuff like that. Like, that's a very weird comment. So is it the players don't want to train, or the training staff are saying, like, hey, you're dealing with this niggle, let's hold you back? Because if you're going to go train them at full strength and they've got these niggles, you're just going to turn it into a major injury.
And I think another thing now, you look at that and think, well, this is the crunch time of the year where the great teams will get greater, and then the teams which have had standout years, your Dogs and Raiders, they could either come join the party, or you're just going to slip away.
But it's just interesting because, it's well known, even in, Melbourne, and who've been successful for many years, this time of year, you pull back a little bit on the training and just fine-tune things to ensure that, they're still doing their weights and all that, but you're just a bit more careful. So
I hope I'm going to tip Storm. Hopefully they flog them, so then they get a bit cocky for when they verse Chooks down there and then they lose. So that's what I'm thinking.
I like it. We'll be down there for that one. I can't wait.
Yes, that'll be good. Manly $1.78 to Finns $2.08. I'm going to go Manly just. I think they want to put a big one on. And I think
DC is 350th. I think Manly will get up for that. That is the only thing that helps me to think they could win this game. And if they do win this game and we beat Para, it almost guarantees us finals.
Yeah, so that's the way I'm thinking. I'm going Manly. Titans $2.29. The Wires $1.63.
Yeah, Wires. As much as the Wires just squeaked by, I think based on watching the Titans last week, the Wires should do it.
Yeah, I'm going to tip the Titans in an upset at home.
Give their fans one last happy thing.
Yeah, I think they might just throw the footy around type of day and
have a bit of fun.
Yeah, and just pip home. And Parramatta $3.20 at CommBank. Chooks $1.35.
Just remember, to anyone who sees me on Saturday night at the football, please buy me some form of spirit.
Yes,
bourbon, rum, don't care what it is. Make sure it's in my hand.
Your birthday, mate. So that'll be a big Saturday night.
Oh yeah,
it'll be good. Everyone's texting me. I got a few workmates going. Got a few of my mates, and then I
might be a bit late, so you might have to start the game without me. But once I get there, mate, I'll be in full voice. Don't you worry.
Yeah, I'm obviously going to tip Chooks. 13+.
Yeah,
I don't see how they can't win 13+.
Based on how Para played against South, we should do 13+ easy.
Don't want to get carried away. It could be one of those games Eels could rattle us, but I just think if our forwards get up for it again and our backs just light it up, I think I could see like a 36-10.
You got to think about it. Last 3 games playing Melbourne, Dolphins, Doggies, we've given up 28 points. That's it.
Yeah.
Like, if we
Bondi Wall stuff.
If we have the Bondi Wall is truly back.
So yeah, I'm back in Chooks, and maybe even this game. Does Robbo rest anyone?
No.
Or do we just ride with the wave?
A few people have mentioned to me about resting people for the South game if it's guaranteed that we're in the finals, but even then, I'm just very.
I don't want to lose to South.
Yeah, not twice in 1 year.
Yeah, that's right.
I think everyone balls to the wall. We go hard. Just do a job.
Statement game.
Do a job, yeah. Do it for the rest of the year. Every game has to be a statement. Just go hard.
All right. Newcastle, $3.22. Then the Bronx, $1.35.
I think Newcastle are going to have another week where they struggle to score 1 point. So I'm going Bronx 13+.
Yeah, I'm going to go. I reckon Knights might fight it out a little bit, but then Bronx will run away with it. And 13+. For a second, I'm like, maybe I'll tip Newey at home, but then they seem to always lose at home anyway. Like, their fans show up in support.
Mate, they will somehow get 20,000 there on Sunday afternoon still.
Even if it's raining.
And it's remember the game where like blokes were coming in like scuba gear and all that? That was quality.
And the last game of the round, Tigers $1.66, Cowboys $2.23 at Leichhardt on a Sunday afternoon.
Tigers love a good beat up of the Cowboys at Leichhardt. Remember, was it like 66-0 or something, or 66-6 last year?
Yeah.
Or was it the year before? Maybe. Like, that was just a crushing. So,
and that's where, well, that game, that's where the famous "Where's your Queensland spirit now?" first.
That was a game earlier. Where's your Queensland spirit now, Thurston, you prick?
Yep. And that was...
Hey, Thurston will be there as well to Sunday Arvo game. Maybe we get a repeat.
Yeah, we'll see what happens there. But what about Thurston? I saw this TikTok. He was on the sideline for 9, and then he's awkwardly standing there as this Dogs fan who ran on the field just gets like pushed off by 4 security guards. There was 2 streakers out of that.
Yeah, I was going to say, how about 2 streakers at Allianz? How good was that?
Yeah, 1 at half time and then 1 post game, and they'll get themselves a
nice little 2-year ban and $5,500 fine. You've had a mate who's done that before, haven't you?
Yeah. Mate from the country, so he's you can't be going to Allianz for 2 years.
He's not worried about it too much.
I want to, it's a funny one though. I want to
ask him about the process, like interview him for the whole process that he had to go through.
Yeah, I don't know, he probably had a few beers, but I can't remember. But before we look at the round it is for the NRLW, I want to ask you. So Alex Johnson, he's coming up for it's 213 tries he needs to be the most all-time try scorer. So the Rabbits have come out in a statement and said, please don't come on the field. You know, you'll get a $5,000 fine, a year ban or whatever it is.
Yeah, they've banned their 17 fans.
And a few people they've come out and said, it's a bit of a shit go. Look at the AFL how they did it. And iconic photos now of when fans ran on for Buddy Franklin. That was a bit of a circus. You know, it took like almost an hour to get all the people off the field. The whole shabams and all that, but
and let's be legitimate now, right? Let's say theoretically everyone runs on the field. You have to stop the game. You have to give the players a chance to warm up again because it's a bit different to AFL where they're more like moving. They
bigger
can
field,
they're moving their legs, whereas the NRL players it's a bit different.
I think it's more of an AFL thing.
Yeah, but also imagine it goes up to the bunker and they give it no try after everyone's just run on the field.
Yeah,
and
that'd be pretty funny.
I think he's on 209. So this weekend, right? Let's see what he's at. But if he needs to score 3 or 4 tries, 3 tries to even the record against the Roosters, I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think he's scoring a hat trick.
I reckon this is my theory. He'll break the record come round 1 next year.
Yeah. I reckon it'll be next year.
I reckon the South fans will get a bit chirpy, but I reckon he might tie it. We'll give them 1 AJ try against us Chooks.
Yeah, and it'll be on the back of Latrell anyway.
And it'll be like the 78th minute when we're up by like 50.
Yeah, 50. You mean 60?
Yeah, I mean, but that was just a bit of an interesting one.
I very rarely do this. Respect to the South Sydney organisation for doing that. They've said that they will do a fan day, to celebrate it with their fans. Now, there is a lot of people that are saying, well, that's a bit of cop-out because the fan day will be just like a video montage at a game. But if you're South Sydney, right, and this is my recommendation, whether they listen or not, and 100% they don't, but fans are probably going to run on the field. You're probably going to have fans that run on the field. I don't think you can avoid it. I think it's gonna. I think Winston Neville, a Bulldogs fan's actually done a bloody Facebook group to run on at Allianz, presuming he's going to do it at Allianz.
You can't stop us all.
Yeah. I do know that I've spoken to a mate who actually works for the security company who looks after Allianz, who has their contract. They are getting extra security for the game, so they will be ready. They're preparing.
I do love when the Secchies, they have their boots on.
Oh,
then,
mate.
Like, some of them make pretty grouse tackles.
Mate, some of the hits. Remember the one at the Para game? That cheek when even Moses was like...
Yeah, that was up at the Goldie.
Yeah, she just got fucking screamed.
Would you ever run on the field?
Nah, I like going to the footy too much. If I guaranteed I wasn't going to get suspended and I was getting about $1 million for it, maybe. But no one needs to see that nightmare.
Nah. I mean, the best one of all time was...
the Origin one?
The Origin one.
The bald-headed guy.
I think it would have been 15, I don't know. Something.
Ran straight through. I think wasn't like Queensland scored a try as it happened as well. And they had to go back.
Justin Hodges goes up to the ref. He's like, I'll buy you a beer. Come on, let's just award it. Oh, mate, rugby league.
No, look, respect to South for actually coming out and having the guts to do that statement because they know a lot of people won't. But, mate, do a fan day with AJ and just bring your members in. Give them a reward for being members.
Yeah, no, I don't mind it. They're 10 members. All right.
12, thank you.
NRLW round 8. Dogs, Raiders. Dogs came off a bit of a harsh loss.
Dogs have struggled. Like, they won the first 2 games of the year and then they just haven't looked that good since. Yeah. I'm going Raiders to get their second win.
Yeah, I'm going to tip the Raiders. I'm going to go 1-12 here. Titans versus Dragons.
No Chapman, no Titans, Dargans all the way.
Oh, I'm going to back the Titans.
It is up there. It is up there. But
Titans just lost to Cronulla. I'm going to go the Titans.
You know the Titans?
Yeah.
You disagree? We're going to fight over it?
Yeah, why not? I got 6 from 6 last week. I'm going to go 6 again. Eels Chooks. So this would be a good little double header.
Yeah, it's before the Roosters game, so 5:15. Chooks 20+.
So yeah, no, I'll go Chooks 30+.
I just thought I'd say 20 to be nice.
Yeah, 36-4, and no, that'll be good for the women's game. The crowd will slowly build up as the game goes on, and then Knights versus Broncos. What are you thinking?
Broncos.
Bronx?
I think it'll be very similar to the weekend of like 30-14 between the Chooks and Knights. So yeah, I'm thinking like that 30-14 sort of vibe again.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Bronx 1-12 here. I think Knights might show a bit of a
close.
And to finish it off, 2 games. Wars versus Sharks.
I don't know. I've gone
draw.
I've gone Wars, but I'm not confident.
Yeah, and Sharks just won.
And they're not playing solid footy at the moment.
Wars at home, I'm going to go Wars at home.
Yeah. I think
1-12 home.
Yeah.
And to finish it off, Tigers Cowboys, potential doubleheader, you'd presume so.
Yeah, doubleheader. I'm actually going the Cowgirls.
Yep.
They had a good win last week against the Dogs. I think they might just have a bit more in the tank.
Yeah, I think Tigers did get their first win in the year.
But do they do it back to back and get their second?
Do they do it back to back? I'm going to say yes, they do. By 2. Yes, they do by 2.
So you got Tigers, I got Cowgirls.
Yeah. It'll be good
see
again.
Who's right.
Yeah, we'll come back to it next week, and it'll be good to see Leichhardt. Hopefully a clear, beautiful Sydney sunny day.
Hopefully it's a cracker of a day.
And I've got a few Tigers, mates. I want to get to Leichhardt one day,
mate. Leichhardt. Leichhardt is great to watch footy. I went and watched a Para and West game there one year, and it was brilliant. Like back when Reid Marnie was playing for Para.
Yeah.
The only thing, $50 to stand on the hill is a bit bit steep. But I also understand they sell it out, so mate, they don't really care.
I might check the
might be worth it.
If we've got a bit of cash in the pocket, I think I might go.
Might be worth it, eh? Double header. I think the girls' game will be on afterwards, so it'll be like a 6:15 game, but at least get the men's game in.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's another episode done and dusted, mate.
We're getting close to the end of the year.
We are. So, ladies and gentlemen, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure to check out some of the reels as well. They've been pumping them out at the game.
There's been some good keyboard warriors out there as well.
Yeah, but no, it's all good and fun. And so guys, I guess we'll see you next week. And from Jordy and I, it's goodbye.
See you guys. Have a great night.